This is Mr. Hansal Mehta, one of the brightest names of at least the OTT and of course of the entire cinematic platforms that we have. That is Mr. Jay Mehta. He's the director of the series and also, his son. And we have Vivek Gomber. I had loved him in Is Love Enough, Sir? Go ahead, sir.
No, I think surviving a real life ordeal is much more than seeing people surviving it on screen. First of all, secondly, this is not based on any real life incident.
It's not.
It is. It's a hostage drama, a thriller, intended purely for your entertainment, and inspired by multiple such ordeals that people have faced. This kind of siege-jacking, if you may call it that, has been. You've heard about it many times. International waters, pirates. We've heard of that. This time you're getting to experience that through a fictional telling of a tale.
Jay, I have a lot of friends from the Navy who say that you have no idea how it feels to be in the ocean, in the sea for 6 months, 9 months. I want to know what prompted you to take up this project and whose story is it? I want to know if it is not inspired by a real life event, who wrote this?
So I think the idea was by Shailesh Singh, who's our creator, and it was written.
Is it the same producer?
Yes, yes. He's also the producer of the show.
And he's written this.
And no, he's created the show. Okay. I mean, the idea was his, and then it was written by Vishal Kapoor and Supan Verma.
And Vivek, like I said, I'm actually looking forward to see how Jay has treated you as a talent in this one in a negative role.
I play the character of Vikrant Gandhi, who is president of the port authorities, and he's up for re-election when you meet him in the beginning of the show. Okay. I started auditioning for this process in about January of the year, a couple of years back, and then it took me until about July to be confirmed. And each time I would find more and more about the actual story and the series. So I was very excited, as a young man or a young kid, you want to be involved in action drama and work with weapons and dishum and all of this. So you think about it, but I so far hadn't got a chance to play anyone remotely like Vikrant Gandhi, my character.
आपने ये कितने टाइम में शूट की और कहाँ की? Is it actually off the coast of Somalia or South Africa or somewhere?
It's shot in South Africa. We shot in Cape Town.
अच्छा. कितने दिन?
I mean around 95 days or so.
That's a lot. 3 months.
6 months.
We were there for 6 months.
For nearly more than 6 months.
I mean, it's not a lot.
It's not a lot?
It's 3.5 movies.
You have assisted him on so many projects and on this one where you are actually in the forefront. What is it about Mr. Hansal Mehta that you so admire him for, and what is it that you choose not to emulate or copy going forward in your career?
What I think, I've said this earlier also in, to other people, that I think, a lot of you all know his journey, Shahid onwards.
Yeah.
I have known his journey.
You onwards?
Yeah. Like all the way from Jayate to, everything. I've been his biggest fan. I've maybe the only one who's watched all his films. He's only 22 years older than me.
Actually, right? Actually,
so he was a very young father.
Young dad,
So I don't know what he was thinking, but
he wasn't thinking.
He was
but I'm glad.
But
so मतलब जो आपका सवाल है ना जो कि what is it that you won't do?
Yeah.
He one thing is already not done. He's not become father at 22.
So, I feel I've learned. If there's one thing I've learned, it's like he's never stopped despite everything. Making films that may not have done well at the box office or may not have survived more than say a weekend.
So a friend told me, sir आप भी सुनिएगा, मुझे किसी ने बताया कि बहुत साल पहले शबाना जी किसी रेस्टोरेंट में बैठी थी और वहाँ पे किसी लड़के को देख के उनको लगा ये बड़ा खूबसूरत चेहरा है. वो उनके पास गई, उन्होंने कहा कि मेरा बेटा फरहान एक फिल्म बना रहा है, क्या आप डेब्यू करना चाहेंगे? तो उन्होंने बोला नहीं मैम, मैं नेवी में हूँ and I'm very happy here. And वो फिल्म बन गई. Now that man is some big director of some department in the Indian Naval Services, and his name is Arun Bahuguna. He is also the winner of Nausena Medal, जो लगभग इसी तरह का कोई ऑपरेशन हुआ था जिसमें बहुत ही डेंजरस ऑपरेशन था, वो जीत करके आए. तो इसमें इस वक्त मेरे लिए अरुण बहुगुणा आप हैं, राइट? We also had
Probably the one who Arun Bhagwana ji killed.
हाँ मतलब रजत
oh yeah,
Rajat is the one that you.
Rajat.
Yeah.
So there is one more. I mean, Rajat Kapoor was here, but he had
Right.
to leave. So Rajat Kapoor plays the captain of the ship, and Vivek Gomber plays the man who is actually getting all of this.
President of the
he's-
Port Authority.
well he's the puppeteer.
He's the
मतलब ये
puppeteer.
सारा जो षड्यंत्र है, ये जो पूरा जो है वो इनकी वजह से हुआ है, इनके कैरेक्टर की वजह से
Character
हुआ है।
quiz. But I want to know, Vivek, tell me that one day on the set, which describes the whole experience, where the water, the seas, and the shaky cameras, and that pukish feeling while you're on board for a long time, and everything put together came and you experienced as an actor.
You mean just one day over 6 months? It's hard to put it. Look, the ship, the weather, the time of day, each one provided a unique challenge and experience. You know, we had a couple of cameras, we had 2 camera operators, but whatever was happening, it's not like we didn't have equipment. We just had to adjust to the environment around us and go with it. I mean, there is, I think, in the behind the scenes, there's a footage of me and 2 other actors being held by 2 other people because we were falling out of the frame because the wind is so strong that if I'm just standing here, I blew out of the frame. You know, I'm like 70 something kilos.
Wow.
And that's how strong it was. Now, when that is happening,
we had to hold you down.
Yeah, they had to hold us
We had to hold him
out
down
of the
because he was
camera, they were-
constantly.
Yeah, can't just fly out of. So things like that were very common, you know. But the first day I got to see the ship, that was the day where it all kind of sunk in for me. And I think there were sometimes we were lucky in the middle of the day, like dolphins would go past, or you would have because you
Whales.
and then the whales,
had
the
whales,
whales
just-
went go.
Wow.
Yeah, so then
Sea
everybody
lions.
comes, so things like that, you know,
Yeah.
it's just you pinch yourself
Yeah.
that someone's actually paying you to do this, to
Actually,
be here, you know. It
yeah.
was,
In a few days, whichever language of content you're watching, it will be dubbed in your language in the voice of the actor. Artificial intelligence meets Indian entertainment. What do you see?
I just feel that, you know, every new bit of technology is welcome. Anything that makes your job, you know, ultimately stories come from human beings. उसको कहने में जो चीज़ें आपको मदद करती है वो करने में, I mean, why not? We should embrace it.
Okay.
मुझे कहते हैं why feel threatened by it? मतलब एक ज़माने में लोग कहते थे ये VFX पड़ा मतलब ना it will replace natural
Digital
filmmaking.
cameras.
वो सारी चीज़ें मतलब ये सारी चीज़ें they've been enablers, they've made things easy
हमारी
for us.
आसानी के लिए है.
अगर डिजिटल फिल्म मेकिंग नहीं आता तो मैं शायद आज यहाँ नहीं बैठा होता, मैं आज खेती कर रहा होता कहीं पर, वो शाहिद नहीं बन पाती कि डिजिटल की वजह से. तो वो रेजिस्टेंस और उसको एक थ्रेट की तरह देखना, वही अपने आप में मतलब वो आप अपने आप को रोक रहे हो. मतलब एम्ब्रेस करिए, जानिए.
And probably adapt.
अडेप्ट एंड मतलब वो लिमिटेशंस हैं, हर चीज़ के अपने लिमिट. द ह्यूमन माइंड एंड द ह्यूमन कैपेसिटी टू गो बियॉन्ड what is programmed
Right.
is infinite. And understand that before saying that artificial intelligence will replace us. It will never do that.
I mean,
Great. Thank you so much.
thank
Done.
you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.